Hi, everybody. Rachel Teedy here with your evening update on this May 10th. And we have some really interesting stories tonight. First, we have an update to a story that we brought you yesterday. There was a Good Samaritan who helped a bus driver during a medical emergency, a driver for Siena. We now know the identity of that Good Samaritan. I'm going to bring in Tessa Bentulin, who's been covering this story, and you spoke to that Good Samaritan today.
Yeah, and this is a story you're only seeing on 13. She called our newsroom this morning and says, "Hey, my name is Renee Armao. I am that Good Samaritan, and I was the one who helped save that woman's life, basically." So we're like, you know what? Let's meet up. Let's do an interview with each other. And she did, and she kind of just explained the whole thing to us. She said that she was picking her son up, Levi, from Siena College because he goes there as well. He just finished his first year. They're heading back home to Schenectady. They're just a few minutes down from the road when they're in front of this bus that they notice is like veering to the left, then veering to the right. And as soon as that, like Renee thought, okay, there's something wrong here. And the bus pulled over and she pulled over as well, ran out of the bus with her son, or excuse me, ran out of her car with her son, went over to the bus. And the bus driver that was with this woman said, "Hey, yes, she's having a medical episode. This was a bus driver in training." And luckily, I mean, it's like fate almost. She is about to graduate from nursing school as a registered nurse. So she saw her. She knew exactly what to do. She said that she wasn't breathing. She didn't have a pulse. She was clearly unconscious, wasn't responding when Renee was trying to talk to the woman. And then that's when Renee, her son, and then the other man that Kumi Tucker did an interview on yesterday, Prince, he did CPR on the woman. They brought this woman out of the bus together, and then he performed CPR on her. And Prince did the interview yesterday and retold the same story. And at the end of the story, he said, I really want to know who this Good Samaritan is. We talked a little bit, but we didn't exchange numbers. With everything going on, you forget about that. And the woman called this morning and said, yeah, that was me. And so we're hoping to set something up with Siena College for Prince and Renee to see each other again in a less stressful situation.
Right.
And also the other bus driver who was a part of this whole thing that was training that woman as well. And so we'll see where it goes from there.
It's such a good story. And Prince wants to go to medical school, I believe.
Yes.
He has medical training too.
Yes, exactly. So many, thankfully, unfortunately, she was, suffering a medical episode, but she had the right people with her. Prince is a pre-med student / biology major. You've got Renee, who is about to graduate nursing school literally a week from tomorrow.
Incredible.
She's graduating. So, the best kind of people you can get on this bus, right?
Right. And we know that the woman is stable in the hospital. So she is going to be okay as far as we know.
Which is great.
To all of this.
Yeah.
So Tessa, thank you. Really, really interesting story there. We are also following some court cases that are really interesting as well. You might have remember this story, Dino Savoca. He's the suspect in the Albany Med lockdown. He appeared in court today. This was in Albany County Court. He's also accused now of murdering his mother. So he's facing a murder charge. He appeared shaky. He wiped his eyes with the tissue today. He's 61 years old, charged with second-degree murder, attempted murder in the first degree, and criminal possession of a weapon. News Channel 13 was the first to report that Savoca's mother, Rosemary Appel, died a day after her son allegedly barricaded himself in the 97-year-old's room in the hospital with 2 weapons, including a loaded shotgun and a BB gun and ammunition. Today, we learned the evidence against Savoca includes voice recordings that prosecutors say he made the day of the lockdown and a note that he wrote that day. His attorney, though, spoke to us after the court appearance and alluded that the public still doesn't have a full picture of what happened that day. So still more information to come. And as soon as we learn more through these court proceedings, of course, we'll be sure to update you on air and online. Today was also day 3 of witness testimony in the Schoharie limo trial. And for more than 4 years, attorney Lee Kinlan has been saying authorities are blaming the wrong person for that deadly crash. Kinlan has been saying all along that Mavis Discount Tire and the state of New York are more to blame for that tragedy than his client, Nauman Hussein, who you see in the video right now. Well, today there was testimony, again, day 3 of the trial, that may lay credence on Kinlan's claim Dan Levy has a story.
On day 3 of the Hussein trial, even though only 10 witnesses have testified out of more than 100, defense attorney Lee Kinlan called today one of the main events, especially after the former manager at Mavis Discount Tire in Saratoga Springs, Virgil Park, admitted under oath that Nauman Hussein got billed for new brake parts and labor that were never performed on the stretch limo.
I think today also showed that his workers didn't do the work that they were supposed to do. And, I really hope that shines through.
Mindful that he wasn't certified to do inspections on vehicles with seating capacities greater than 13 passengers, Mavis mechanic Thomas Klingman testified. I told my boss I didn't want to work on that limo. I felt pressured to work on it, and I was kind of manipulated into working on it. I did not perform any safety inspection on the limo, but yes, I did put a sticker on the window. He's my boss. I'm not looking to get fired. And I didn't go out on a public road with the limo because I didn't feel comfortable driving it. Even though the focus was on Mavis's wrongdoing or alleged wrongdoings today, does that necessarily focus the light away from your client?
Well, certainly the fireworks are one thing, but the more important legal questions that we got answers to were, after you didn't do the work, you didn't tell Nauman. You didn't inform him that you didn't replace these parts. You didn't inform him that the inspection was entirely fraudulent.
That was Dan Levy reporting. And again, we are going to be in court again tomorrow, day 4 of witness testimony. So, of course, we'll bring you updates of what happens in court then as well. Let me bring in Reed Kisselback here. He has been tracking the forecast for us. Very summer-like temperatures on the horizon, Reed.
Yeah, summer-like for sure, Rachel. We won't be getting that really until tomorrow. So a lot of folks looking forward to it. And I already mentioned you probably would forget about how cold it was this morning by the time we got to the end of the day today. And that's kind of our trend as we get towards the rest of the week. So it's a good sign there. CDPHP first morning came out in Saratoga Springs right now, 62 degrees. Over the course of the night tonight, will turn mostly clear, allowing for overnight lows to drop down into the 40s. And satellite and radar showing relatively dry conditions, partly cloudy skies to mostly clear, but note out by Green Bay, a few spotty showers. That's going to kind of ride the wave over to our region and give us a chance for an isolated shower or two tomorrow, mainly in parts of Warren, Washington, Bennington counties, maybe as far south as northern Berkshire, and an isolated shower in Rensselaer County. But a warmer start than what we saw this morning as you head out the door tomorrow, 50 degrees, sunny. Cloud cover increasing a little bit more towards the end of the day when you have that best potential for a spotty shower, highs towards the mid to upper 70s. So almost a taste of summer, really, by the end of the day tomorrow. Tonight, mostly clear, seasonally cool, down into the 40s tomorrow, 78 with a mix of sun and clouds, mainly mostly sunny for the majority of us. You have a little bit more cloud cover, though, in spots where you have a better chance for an isolated shower. And your 7-day planner, Friday, a chance for a few showers early in the morning, then dry and sunny, a high of 82. Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds during the start of Tulip Fest, a high of 77. Mother's Day, mostly sunny and 70. Next chance for some scattered showers coming in on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday looking dry with highs upper 60s to around 70.
All right. Love that. Thank you so much, Reed. And coming up at News Channel 13 Live at 11, we have an update to a story that we brought you yesterday. We told you about this bench that was stolen from a teen's grave. His mother was pleading with the public about, please return that bench. She was really fond of it. She visits her son's graves quite often. Tonight, we have an update to that story. So stick around for News Channel 13 Live at 11. It's a really cute story. We'll see you then.